Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of the Civic rescue. Remember at the last part of part 2, I said I was going to start throwing parts at this thing? Well, I started throwing parts at it and they started throwing back. In other words, stuff wasn't fitting. So I did a little more investigation and found some more bent parts. Luckily, I have parts off of Shuttle 1 that I'll be able to use, and we'll just have to hope for the best. So, yeah, let's get started. First things first, I got to get this thing cleaned out while this door's off. Makes a little sense, a little easier. So I'm going to clean up this side, get it vacuumed out, do a little washy-washy, and throw this door back on. Well, I just want to get this this hard area of this dash when the door's on, so it's going to need some serious moisturizing. And look at there, we got a little bit of a, it's not tilt, well, I guess it is in a way, but dang. So yeah, I'll let that sediment, I'll clean that up, and then I'll worry about getting the interior cleaned when it's all done, said and done. But I just wanted to get to this part a little easier with the door off. Okay, front door is on. Looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do next, I'm not going to put this fender on just yet, because it sure makes it a lot nicer to work down here without that fender. So I guess next is assembly. All right, here we go. I've got the parts that need to go back on this side. We've got the axle, new lowered control arm. We've got the upper A arm. We've got the sway bar bushings. I think last time I called that a torsion bar bushings, and that's not what that is. We've got the strut, adjustable strut, and we've got our steering knuckle, the fork, the strut fork is currently soaking in some degreaser because it was pretty nasty. But I'll get that out, get that ready, and I can start putting this all up in here. So there we go. Well, it's time to put this A-arm on. I'm going to be detailing this whole engine out, this whole compartment, engine compartment out when I get just some of the dirt off of here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm going to detail all this compartment out when we're all done. So just get some of that off there real quick. I'm going to mess with that one back there. So A-arm, pretty nice. It all comes with new hardware. All right, take this off. These are marked left and right. So I'm having to use some of the hardware over that was really greasy and nasty and pretty dirty. So what I do is this stuff is called, in this container, is called Zep. You can get it. It's purple. I'm sure you've all seen it before, but they have it at like I got that at Home Depot, I think. But I use it full strength to clean nuts and bolts, and it won't take very long. I'll just set this, go in and shake it up every once in a while, and then I go back and check it, and then I just empty this into another container, get the bolts, nuts and bolts out, and you can use it over and over for quite a long time. So, but yeah, it's a great way to clean small parts. So I started, like I said, started throwing stuff on motor control arm. I was calling this a torsion bar, or a sway bar. I'm not really sure what's that called. We're gonna find out though. I had to pull this back in order to get these in, which I fought for a long time. Now, if you notice, this bushing hole and this bushing hole are way off, since I had to pull this back, which tells me there was some more bendage going on, and the bendage is here and in that thing. So yeah, when this thing got bent back, it bent this bar, the old one, back like this. So I'm guessing that's pulled back and bent that way. I can look at it and it's wonky on this side, but not on the other side. So that's where I'm at. And then what I'm going to have to do probably is get my straightening mechanism out. Yep. And try to do some straightening. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so I'm headed to the library. Let's see if I've got a manual. Let's see. Honda Civic right there. 84 through 91. So I'm giving you guys the right information on what these parts are called, because I'm a Chevrolet guy. Volkswagen stuff. So yeah, that's I have other library content, but this is just what I normally use. So anyway, I'll look up some of these parts and see what exactly they're called. Here we go. The one I was telling you, that's the stabilizer bar. That's the one that's not lined up. Let's see what else. We know the names of L, that lower control arm, blah blah. But in this entire book, it does not have the name of this, which is, I'm just going to call the cross member. The front of the body mounts down to that. We're twisted right here. So I'm going to take one off shuttle 1 and see if I can get it to line up and get this to line up. Get that moved. Good to go. Anybody in the market for some toe brackets? All right, get this cross member out of here. All right, now I gotta go get one off the other car. I want to look at this one really close though first to make sure it is twisted. And man, it looks twisted. I can see that already. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, got some updates and it's good news, man. Oh man, let me tell you. This cross member, this is out of shuttle 1. It's nice and straight. Get this wire hell, get out of the way. These 2 bolt heads are now actually level. That thing was twisted this way. I was able to, once I got that bar in there, these went in nice and smooth. Last time I had to pull this back to get them to go in nice and smooth. Now we've got a straight line from the top ball joint to the bottom ball joint. And these are now lined up, so that's good. I was really worried that this part was pushed back a little, but those bolts, mounting bolts for that cross member went right in, no problem. These went in right, no problem, so we're good to go. I was really worried about the caster on this because the wheel would have been off and it would have caused some serious vibration going down the road. So now I can start throwing some parts at this thing and get, next I've got to put the half shaft in, and then I'll get the steering knuckle on there and just start assembling. I have to do the same thing on the other side, but we're on the way. Okay, updates. We're all back together on the passenger side. Got the strut all in. Got the new half shaft in. Everything went in good on this side. I'm gonna leave that adjustment about right there, and we'll mess with it. This hasn't seated all the way. When I get some weight on it, that'll seat down in there, and I can tighten up that nut on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the other side. All right, get this rotor cleaned up a little bit more. I got the backside already. Just clean this up a little bit more. All right, got the rust off. All right, so I think that's going to do it for part 3. Suspension's on. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. I did a measurement from front to back on both sides, and they're exactly the same. So that's a good sign. Don't want to make these videos too long, but anyway, we'll continue on part 4. We're going to start hanging some sheet metal. See you guys then.